Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Okay. I think this is April Fool's Day. I hope nobody come around with their little April Fool's joke. Yeah. Shout out to everyone that's born April 1st. You got a real funny birthday, you know? I cannot stand like on April 1st, everybody's always cracking jokes, pranks, rather, serious pranks at that, That's not what I came on here to talk about. But happy April 1st, guys. Anywho, I want to talk to you guys just about the workplace and leadership and policies that the leaders don't follow, the organization don't follow. For those of you who are on the job, been there for years, or you just came and you have the qualification and they promise you in the interview process that you can move up, if you work hard and everything, and you don't see nothing happening, and you're the type that you're not going to stay there long if you don't see movement. Not everybody stays on the job for 20, 30 years when you can move on and get another opportunity somewhere else. Okay, listen. I came here, I came here to talk to those who need a little inspiration this morning, a little push in the right direction, I'm talking about one of my co-workers. We've been working together for 4 years, different locations. So at the first location, same company, just different location. The first location, he was doing a really low-level job, getting $15 an hour. And I always saw that he was really overqualified for this position that he's doing. And why is he there? But a lot of people use, wow, these drivers just be cutting so close, guys. They just cut right in front of you, no signal, no nothing. Anyway, let me stay focused. I saw that he had talent, and I always asked him. That's how come I became friends with him. Very shy, very smart, like what people would call a geek or a nerd, right? Just because he reads books. He's a computer geek, a great mechanic. Not because he was a mechanic in any professional shop, only because he fixes his own cars and other people's cars and stuff. So it doesn't matter. You have the experience, because some people are just naturally gifted. They don't have to go to school or nothing. God just gave them the gift. Okay, don't sleep on those people. Anywho, so he was there, and I noticed that he was always in the mechanic shop, even though the position that he's doing didn't require him to go in the mechanic shop. Basically, he was a driver, right? He's always hanging out with mechanics. Sometimes he even tells them what the problem is. I was like, wow, why don't you go in there? And he talks to the manager at that location about his wishes, and basically they'll tell him that you're not qualified and you have to stay here for years to get that job. You understand? And you have to go back to school to get that job. So anyway, eventually he got fired. He got fired because he wasn't a friendly worker, because he didn't have a smile on his face all day long. Not everybody go to work and smile up. They just want to go to work, get it over, get it done. Nothing wrong with that. As long as he's nice to the customers, don't have any problem with his coworker. But nobody has to walk around with a smile on their face all day. Everybody have different personality. You don't want to walk around and be phony all day with a fake smile on his face and he's not feeling like that inside, right? You guys may beg to differ, but just because somebody don't have a smile on their face don't mean they're not happy. I was one of those people that didn't walk around. Even sometimes when I'm walking on the street now, my face looks serious. And like, those stupid men that try to talk to you in the street, they be like, oh, smile, smile. So I'm going to walk around smiling all day? Come on. My heart is joyful. That's all that matters. Anyway, so they eventually fired him. And he went, no, this is what happened. They eventually fired him. He wasn't working. One day my spirit just told me to call him. I didn't speak to him in a long time. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Then he tells me he got fired. And I'm like, yo, come over here, no problem. He's like, oh, they're never going to hire me because it's the same company. The lies you tell to yourself, guys, that is not true. The fact that he already had 4 years in the same company is a great thing. I'm not sure if it was the same corporate office, but I talked to my boss. So me and my boss, he has a very different personality. Somebody you could talk to, but he's annoying at times. Because I'm the truth serum, he kind of like me, calls me in the office sometimes to ask me my opinion. And I just decided to tell him, I have a worker for you. I was honest and told him what happened to the guy. He's not a smiler. You're going to get the job done. He's going to show up to work on time. He's brilliant. Okay? So they hired him, right? He wasn't sure what position he was going to put him in because he was coming as a driver, right? I explained to him he's a geek, blah, blah, blah. The guy's a brainiac, smart. Anyway, not even in the space of 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you what happened. They put him in the shop, the mechanic shop, with the young guys, right? He exceeded. That was too easy for him. Now, all of these young guys in that particular shop, right, never ever got an opportunity to go to the diesel side because they didn't like it. It was too complicated. The trucks were too big and it was too complicated. But my friend, his mind is already ticking because he's a thinker. And he likes to solve problems. You understand me? So whereas the other company, same company but a different location, didn't see him and just thought he was a lower level employer, now he's over there working with the diesel trucks and he's getting ready. They sending him to school because he's so good. Once he gets certified, he's going to get top dollars. He's getting good money now in the diesel department, but in the space of 2 weeks, he moved up into the diesel department because that job was too hard for him, too easy for him. So he's over here with the diesel with all the guys that's been working there 20, 30 years. Pure old guys. This guy's only 20 years old. He's working in there with pure old guys. They love him because he's 20 years old, but he acts like a 60-year-old. He's a thinker, okay? He has a mature conversation. That's why I say age is just a number. Don't be sleeping on these young people. Don't be sleeping on these old people. Don't be thinking that these old people have wisdom just because of their numbers on their age. It means nothing. A lot of them are very immature and set in their ways. They're not open to learn anything new. They're stuck. Some of these young people, if you start conversating with them, you will learn a lot. Okay, so age is just a number. All right. So I'm just coming here to say to anyone that feels like they want to leave their job, they want a new opportunity. First of all, go to Indeed.com. I find that Indeed is very reliable when it comes to jobs. Maybe you have another site that you could share in the comment section. But for me, Indeed is amazing. The thing I want to tell you is not to leave your job. Some people do just walk off the job. I had to do that once as well. But have something secure first. So if you know you're not liking your job, if you know you get the urge to leave, just start looking every day on Indeed.com. Make your resume. By the way, update your resume periodically. Put new skills. If you learn new skills, put new skills. Just make sure you update and clean up your resume. It's nice to have a cover letter as well. You could have a basic cover letter that just have meat and potato in there, introduce itself to the work. It's really good to send a cover letter. I myself is in the process of updating my resume. I get several different interviews, but it's just not the right opportunity. Sometimes, guys, you get an interview. Interview went well and everything. Recently, I had an interview as a driver instructor. They had the job advertising at $26, and when the guy offered me the job, he said that it's going to start out at $18, and I told him absolutely not. Why would you advertise it as $26 and now you're telling me $18? They're so creative, these recruiters. He's trying to say that he said that you have to come in and get your instructor certificate first, and then you'll move up. No, I'm not. I did not take that job. So the thing about it is, have your interviews. It's fine. Make sure you ask. Listen, the interview, it's like a dating process, the interview. They want to know you, and you're getting to know them. You knowing about their company. You need to ask them about what is their social responsibility. Like me, I love domestic violence, so any company dealing with domestic violence, I'm loving it because I want to be a part of that, you know? So, you know, just write your questions down, a couple questions, make sure, you know, ask them about the culture of their organization, because every organization have a culture. You know, you're going to go into that culture. How do they take care of their workers that maybe have a health issue? You know, what is the process? You know what I mean? Do they have FMLA? You know, FMLA, if you have a long-term or a short-term problem, can you apply for FMLA? Are they offering benefits? I know they say not to ask those questions until they offer you the job, but I asked them. Guys, you got to be a leader. You got to be a leader. I don't believe in these rules. I don't believe in these rules. I ask my questions. I want to ask about pay until they offer me the job, but everything else, I definitely ask because I want to know. I don't want them to waste my time, and I don't want to waste their time, because sometimes you think it's a good fit, and it really isn't. You understand? Once you start talking to the recruiter, it really isn't. You know what I mean? Dress code. What is a dress code? Do you have to wear a uniform? Are you wearing all black? For instance, for me, I wear my scarf all the time. Is that going to be an issue for you guys? And if they say it's going to be an issue, I'm going to ask them about my rights with the Crown Act. You know, they're not supposed to discriminate when it comes to your hair. You know what I mean? That's in New York State, anywho. You know, you just want to ask a lot of questions. But if anyone is feeling like they need to move on and get a new opportunity, start your job search, update your resume, do your cover letter, and just send out resumes every now and then. Like for the week, I probably send out maybe 20 different resumes. You know, I look for jobs that I actually want, not just in a rush. You know, like when you're stressed, you're gonna set out, you're gonna take any little thing. No, if you want to make $26, $50 an hour, $100 an hour, whatever is the rate that you want to, you know, acquire, make sure you only search for jobs that's paying that much. If you want a salary job, you get that as well. You know, when you're working with salary, they can make you work as much hours as possible. So do you want to work hourly? Do you want to work salary? Do you want to work commission? Are they offering commission? What are the incentives? What is the bonus? Sign-on bonus? You know, these are the things you guys need to ask. And when you're going on an interview, just do a brief Google search about the company. Just know basic things about the company. Companies don't want you sitting there interviewing with them and have no clue about their company. So make it seem like you at least did some research about them. If you know you're not a low-level employer, don't apply for lower-level jobs. Okay? If you have qualifications, put them there. This is the first time I ever applied for a job and they asked me for my college degree. So that was surprising to me. I don't even know where my towel sits. I gotta go find it too. Anyway, and guys, if you are looking for a new job, go ahead on Zoom and take some of these free classes they got, so you can update yourself. It's about updating yourself as well. You know, acquiring new skills. You know, you gotta be changing it. Every day you should be growing, man. Every day. There is no excuse these days. No excuse. If you have to go to YouTube and listen and learn some things, then that's what you do. Try something different out of your comfort zone. A different hobby, a different skills. Try it. You understand me? You'll be surprised. Test yourself. I cannot stand drivers that he's on the shoulder trying to cross, no signal and listen. The car the vehicle is a dangerous weapon. It's a weapon, guys. So when you drive and put your signal on, follow the rules, because people could get hurt, and not only you, other people around you could get hurt, because you don't know what the next driver is going to do. So be a careful driver. What are you speeding and rushing for? You might go a couple miles down and crash. Come on, it's not that serious. Slow down in life, guys. Slow down. Call your boss and tell him that you're going to be late. That's another thing. You know, you go into a company. What is their attendance policy like? How much PTOs do you get? You know what I mean? Whew. Do they have a mother and son day, or a mother and daughter day, or children's day? You know, do they have these things, you know? How do they feel about family? All these questions you need to ask. Ask your questions, guys. Some people get to the interview process and have the nerve to say, I don't have any questions. Gotta be proactive. So that's about it. I just want to encourage somebody, whoever you are, step out in faith. You can and you will. Apply for that job. If you're getting $15 an hour now, don't doubt yourself and think you can't get 50. Apply and try, because a lot of these managers in these companies, a lot of them only have the degree, to tell you the truth. They don't have, they have to rely on what they call lower level employees to get the work done, because they know nothing. They come back, I see it happen a lot. They come back and ask a lot of us all the time, especially when the new manager comes in, they always try to adopt to the people that's been there for a long time, get their ideas, use them up, and toss them to the side. Not me, I have to tell you. I experienced that. Toss them to the side. You have narcissistic bosses as well. And they are manipulators. They love to take your ideas. They don't see your talents. They're jealous and envious. You know, and they will never, as long as you keep applying for this job, they will never give it to you. They'll pass you over just to teach you a lesson. I see it all the time. So step out in faith, guys. Yes, you can and you will. Know your worth. And speak up. That's one of the things I always encourage my son to do. Speak up. Don't just sit there. You know, he's in college now, and the teacher had gave them an assignment. He wasn't clear on the assignment, but you know, these kids, not all of them, but they just like follow the crowd. So he sat there. When he came home, he said, Mom, I don't understand this assignment. And I told him, never, ever, ever do that again. I said, you're paying to go to college. I don't care who's sitting there, who want to laugh, what they want to do. If you have an issue, you can say it in front of the class, because other people sitting there are going to have the same thoughts. He told me, yes, Mom, the whole class didn't understand. So why the hell did you guys sit there and didn't say anything? So I told him, if you don't feel like speaking up in front of the class, after class and everybody's gathering their stuff, you go up to the teacher, have a conversation with her, because he's such a private person. Have a conversation with her and tell her, I don't understand, what are we supposed to do? And if she gets smart, give her back the same energy. I believe in giving back the same energy. Yes, you mirror people. You give them back. The narcissist is not the only one that mirror people. We all mirror people in life. Okay? So, because it's like, even when you get into an environment, you're not going to come in there, surprise, and act like a crazy person. You got to read the room. So that's what mirroring is. You know, you read the room, read the environment. You just don't come in there and act extra. You know what I mean? That's very annoying, by the way. All right, guys. You know the story. When you go to Rome, do as the Romans do. All right. Leave your comment, like, and share, but be encouraged. It's time to move on. You've been at that place. You've been in the desert too long. Move on. It's time to move on. Step out in faith. You're good. Whoever this message is for, you are good. You're more than qualified. You are more than qualified. You are more than a conqueror. All right? You are more than you believe that you are. You can do it, and you have to have the mustard seed of faith. You are good to go. Step out in faith. No matter what the naysayers in your family, friend circle want to say, don't doubt yourself. All right? You can do this. All right? Drop it down here in the comment, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.